So the head of Sudan's ruling Sovereign Council has fired the leader of the Rapid Support Forces as his deputy. The leader of the army, Abdel Fattah al Burhan, signed a decree on Friday to sack Hamdan Dagalo, known as Hemedti, from the Transitional Council with immediate effect. We have Hiba Morgan, who's joining us from Umdurman. So Hiba, expand on this a little bit and tell us what it means and what could be the implications of this.
Well, the move comes 35 days after the start of the fighting between the Rapid Support Forces and the Sudanese army here in the capital, Khartoum, and in other parts of the country. Now, this could mean that the General Abdel Fattah al Burhan, who's also the head of the Sovereignty Council, is trying to delegitimize the position or to minimize the strength and the significance of the head of the Rapid Support Forces, Hamdan Dagalo, who's also known as Hemedti. And it comes as talks are ongoing between the two sides, even if indirect, in the Saudi city of Jeddah to try to reach a ceasefire. Now, it comes after a move by General Abdel Fattah al Burhan to freeze the accounts of the Rapid Support Forces. Many people have been asking why it took so long to dismiss the Vice President of the Sovereignty Council or the head of the RSF from his position, especially because the army chief has already branded the RSF as a rebel group since the start of the conflict. But it looks like he's trying to minimize the position and the power of the RSF as negotiations continue and as fighting continues here in Sudan. It's also worth noting, too, that while he's dismissed from his position as vice president, he is still a member of the Sovereignty Council, which is the ruling body of the country. So it looks more like a move to try to reduce the power of General Hamdan Dagalo and not to completely negate it.
Right. So, Hiba, tell us what the situation on the ground is right now as you know it.
Well, there has been fighter jets flying overhead in the cities of Umdurman and in the northern city of Bahri, with surface-to-air missiles being fired by the Rapid Support Forces, trying to block those fighter jets that Sudanese army have been flying to target RSF positions in the capital. Now, fighting over the past few days has also spread to the western region of Darfur. There are hundreds of people who've lost their lives in the fighting between RSF, Arab Allied militias in West Darfur. And on Thursday and Friday, fighting has resumed between the RSF and the Sudanese army. We know that at least a dozen people have lost their lives in the city of Niala in South Darfur because of the fighting. Residents who we spoke to say that they can hear heavy artillery being fired in the middle of the city, forcing many people to stay trapped in their homes. And the region has already been affected by years of conflict in the Darfur region. They say that they don't have any access to medical facilities or to the markets. Many of them say that they want to leave South Darfur to neighboring countries or to places that are safer. But because of the ongoing fighting between the RSF and the Sudanese army in Niala, they can't leave their homes and they can't leave the state.
Okay, thank you, Hiba Morgan, reporting for us from Umdurman.